Do, 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 Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Mm. I used to know how to. Hey y'all, I used to know how to stop people from making comments on here, but I forgot how to do it. Hey Miss Hogg, I used to tell. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna talk about my this virus going around, but I used to. There was something on my live when I used to be able to only members, where I could only let members, uh, not members, but people who subscribe say something. But I don't know where that. Uh, I don't know where it is. It was. Let me see something here. Oh, that's not it. I'm looking on my screen. Yeah, I used to have something on here where it would say only people who subscribe would be able to say something, but I don't see it on here no more. I don't know where that was at. The only thing I see now is how to flip the phone, mute the phone, hide the live, some effects, stickers, green screen, and that's it. Yeah, I don't see it, but it used to be on my live. Hmm. Anyway, y'all, last night I going to the bathroom wasn't normal. It wasn't like hey Mary, it wasn't like explosive diarrhea, but it's not the same. Okay, so they talked about it on the View this morning. So y'all make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you wash your food. Be careful what you eat. And I'm gonna avoid going out to eat because I did go get something. I was so tired when I got in. I just stopped by to grab me a bite to eat. And started thinking, remember, I didn't wash my hands. Did I wash my hands? I can't remember if when I went into the restaurant, did I wash my hands? But you got to wash your hands. It could have been something that I picked up on the bus, touching the bus handles, all the nasty people on the bus, germs and stuff like that. So I just took an Imodium AD, which is pretty strong. If that don't work, then I'll call my doctor. But so I forgot I'm an old man now. My insurance is a lot better than it was. But make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly, please. You don't want to end up in. And I was trying to get up and get ready to start cleaning up and preparing myself for my next move. Then all of a sudden I said, "Oh, something ain't right here." So hopefully I get better. Hopefully it's not too bad. But the way I don't have it, the way they say other people got it, like uh, uh, I think I think on the View they was calling it explosive diarrhea. No, I don't have it like that. But hopefully it doesn't get to that. So, and I don't have a fever or anything like that. I don't feel, I just know that, when you know your body, you know when something ain't right. Mm-hmm. Leafy stuff, fruits. Yeah. So check this out. I'm glad you said that. I had a salad yesterday at this it's a very expensive place. It's not a it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, that's fine. You can send it to you can buy it online or send it to Cash App, but I'll put the ticket on whatever. So um I went to this. It's a place called Eatsies, Eatiz or something like this. It's a very fancy place. It's very fancy. A lot of rich people go there and eat. I go there, but I ain't rich. And the people who ain't rich, they'll spend their last to go there because it's like the top of the line food. And I just remember I had a full Caesar salad there yesterday. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I just remembered that I had a full Caesar salad there yesterday. And they food is top of the line. It costs $50 for us to eat there. We both had salads and a drink. $50. But it's supposed to be the top of the line food. It's like a I wish somebody was on here in Dallas to know what I'm talking about, but it's called Eatsies. Eatsies. What do you mean enjoy myself? What are you talking about? But yeah, it's called Eatsies. It's kind of top of the line. Hey, cousin, are you still here? Yeah, it was like, was it $40 or 50? I think it was 50. The drinks is $4 a piece. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's what gave me my little touch of diarrhea because it was a full salad. No, I'm not on vacation. I'm just sitting here talking about people washing their hands. But yeah, I so hopefully this Imodium AD works. Um, we gonna see. All right, we gonna see. We gonna see. But I wanted to tell everybody I did put that video of me up there performing. I have one more. Y'all better enjoy it while you can, because I am gonna take those down. I'm gonna leave them for members only. Um, uh, so I'm gonna leave them up there for about 2 or 3 days, and then turn them to members only. But I want to tell everybody that, yeah, it was Dallas was it was really good to me, y'all. I miss uh, I miss that money. I miss that money. If I could do that, I would have been had a car by now. If I was working in Dallas, I would have been had a car doing them shows. Cause baby, I tell you, I miss that money. I miss it. But it's all right. It's all good. Things gonna work out for me. They want me to come back on the regular, but I can't. Like I told them, I can't do it as a regular. I could do it maybe once a month or something like that, but not as a regular. I just can't. Hey Penny, I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it. I don't. They'd have to, baby. They'd have to pay me. They'd have to give me that whole door every week for me to come up there. But it's not worth it. And everybody who did the show for me volunteered. They didn't even ask. They didn't want no money. So everything was mine. So, but you know, and you know, it's so weird because they had something downstairs and really wasn't nobody there. And they could have gave me downstairs, but it would have had more room if they had gave me downstairs. But they gave me upstairs. But I didn't even know they were having something downstairs till the last minute. And we could have stayed. But see the people I deal with, they older. They younger than me, but they're older, and so they don't do all of that. Uh, they don't do all of that. What am I trying to say? We don't stay out late. We don't do that. Now the show next week, I will have to be out to 2 in the morning because. Thank you, Barbara, because they because it's just a late show. It's a late show, but everybody's doing day shows now. Nobody really do no fucking night shows. I mean, people do, but people my age prefer an early show. You know, come out early, be home by leave. Okay, show started. Like if I ever did that spot again, I would do it. Doors open up at 4. Show start at 5. It'd be a 5, 6, 7, 8. Be over by 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's good. People can go home after that. You know. Hmm. And even people who don't work anymore don't want to be out to 2 or 3 in the morning. You know, you want to be able to go home when the sun is still up. So yeah, he ain't got to deal with drunk drivers at night. But it was great. Now it's Atlanta, and I want to say this because I said it again. I'm repeat myself because some of y'all didn't hear it. For those who don't know what happened, be home by dark. Yeah. Okay. For those that know what happened, about 3 weeks ago, I went to Dallas and I did a show, and the person who I was with, they didn't want to pay me. And people always say, get your money up front. I'm not a Lou Nail, okay? I'm not a Gary with the T. They don't do that. Certain people do. Certain bookers I now it depends on who the book, what the booking is. First of all, they can't. I can't. First of all, that show I did this past Sunday, I couldn't get enough money up front because it was my show. So everything that happened was because of me. Okay, so the person that booked me, they booked me twice and they paid. Well, the first time they paid me with no problems. They sent me my money. They paid for my room. But the second time we got into it, and I started to stop messing with her then because I was like, something ain't clicking right with you. So you gonna pay me right the first time, but the second time you say I charge too much, huh? So I went ahead on and I said, yeah, I'm not going. Anytime a person thinks that you, anytime a person calls you and tell you they miss you, you're the best MC, I wouldn't get nobody else. Where you been? I've been looking for you, and then they change their mind and say you're not worth coming down here. That's called bipolar. But as Johnny called it, bipolar. Johnny don't know how to say bipolar. So, uh, so that I was kind of iffy about doing another show for her, but I knew that my birthday was coming up. I knew my birthday was coming up. So I said, damn, I really don't want to fall out with her about before my birthday because she promised me she was going to help me. She was going to make sure I got a lot of money, most of the money from the door and all that kind of stuff. Well, she she had a lot going on. She had a lot going on. So she ended up. I went ahead and did the booking anyway. So after the show, I texted her that morning and I said, "Hey, I'm about to leave. I need my money." Because she asked me for my cash app. She never responded, and I'm just telling this to all the people to tell y'all how God works. And I know y'all say, "How you gonna put God in this?" Because I did, but I'm gonna show you how the my angel or who was ever protecting me or watching me. I'm gonna show you how it works. Whoever that angel is that's been with me all my life, they really looked after me. Let me tell you. Let me tell y'all something. Now listen. So when she didn't respond to me, that's when hey Raven, that's when I decided that I was going to call her DJ friend, who is her best friend. He's a straight guy. I say, listen, I don't want to start no mess. I just want my money. I need to go back home. I had money to get home. Remember, I did the show, so I had money to get back home. Oh Lord, my stomach is cutting up. Ugh. Oh Lord. So right, so all right, so she didn't respond to me until he texted her and said, PT said, you better give him his money before he leave out of this hotel. So then that's when she called herself, hmm was talking to, she called herself lying, said she was talking to her friend. She was consoling her friend that somebody died. Girl, you stop lying. Stop blaming that on the lying dead, okay? Because you're lying. That ain't got nothing to do with you pushing the send money. Just send the money and just be done with it. Because you were supposed to send it that night. And the first two times she paid me up front, so I wasn't really tripping about it the third time. I was like, why would she, why would you think somebody would dog you out when they did it right the first two times? So she sent me 100. She got mad because she found out I was going to tell everybody what she did to me. So she sent me $100. So, why are you going to tell everybody I didn't pay you? Yeah, you just sent me $100 after I read your ass, but that still wasn't all my money. Then you inconvenienced me because I had to stay in town another day because I was supposed to be going to Houston to get some dresses made for my show in Atlanta. She messed all that up, so I had to stay in town after I made Chase wait around on me because I was going to ride back with him. So it was just all inconvenience. Everything was inconvenience. You could have gave me $1,000, and you still inconvenienced me with everything that I had planned because you just didn't want to give me my money. Moving forward, um, when she sent me the 100, I said, okay, well, and then she still owed me the rest. So then that's when she started talking trash about me, saying that I wasn't getting paid no way. I ain't worth getting paid. I'm like, that's a bipolar shit right there. Because me, you, and another girl was on the phone together when she promised me that we get so much of the door and this and that and this and that. And then the next week, PT was getting half of the door with her because it was my birthday. So she's talking shit. She calling everybody. She did everything she could to stop my show. She lied and said I lied, was talking about somebody. She said I was talking about somebody. This person that MC with me, y'all saw the lesbian girl that was up there in the like an orange jacket, which her name is Betty. Oh Lord, y'all hold on, this is my son. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. That was it was about the show in Atlanta. So anyway, all right. So she did everything she could. She told everybody. She told Kennedy Davenport I was talking about her. Everything was a lie. She's mad. She was mad. Everything. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Okay. Because sometimes when I mute the live, the for some reason the sound goes away. But anyway, so she did everything. Y'all remember somebody was coming into my live saying, "PT, you did Black Sam wrong." I mean, they did everything. They was doing everything in their power to stop. She even called the manager of the club and said all kind of things about me. I talked about this person, that person, and I said, "Well, where's the proof? You don't have no proof that I talked about anybody. You're just running your mouth." And where she messed up was when she called out, she lied and said, well, she said that somebody had HIV. Uh, one of the guys that was on the show, and that's what she messed up. It really wasn't because of me. It was one of the guys who's actually one of my gay sons. That was where she messed up because those people that I work for, that club that I was at, y'all, they got 6 clubs under one roof. They're the largest gay club in Texas. They got like six, maybe seven clubs under one roof, and they got money. They've been around since the '70s, and it's a cabinet, it's an enterprises, and they own a lot of property in that area. They got a lot of, they got money. Put it like that. They got money, right? So they don't play when it comes to bullying and stuff like that. No, they don't do any of that. And when she did that, when she put that rumor out about that young man, which she really didn't do anything but blessed him because, honey, he'd have been booked everywhere. And when she did that to him, that's why I tell people all the time: when people try to destroy you, things happen to you for the better. So when she tried to destroy me, I had 2 weeks to advertise my show. After all, and even up to the last minute, she kept trying. She called the manager and was saying these things about me. I don't think PT should have the show because I was gonna have it before PT. Well, yeah, they was gonna. They wouldn't. She's the manager told me yesterday. Yeah, I'm calling to cancel the show because no, you already canceled. She canceled for what she said about that young man that wasn't true. You don't. One thing about the gay community when it comes to a person's HIV status, they don't play that. Even if we don't know if it's true or not, they don't play that. I don't know. I don't know why people think calling somebody's HIV status out is a read. Because my thing is, I got to tell people, if you see somebody that's living healthy and they if they pass 50 or maybe even 60 or 70 and you say, oh, they got HIV, bitch, you act like that's a read. That's not a read. It'd be different if you said, oh, that bitch lost her house. Now that's a read. Because she was doing cocaine and pot and doing drugs, and the bitch turn was out. That's a read. But when you say a person is over, just anybody, not just over 40 or 50, but anybody that's living with HIV in 2026 is healthy, bitch, that's not a read. You got to find somebody else. You got to find something else to read somebody about because that's not a read. That's not a read at all. That's not below the belt at all. That's actually a compliment when you oh that bitch got HIV or some people so uneducated they think oh they got AIDS. No, there's a difference, honey. There's a difference with AIDS and HIV. It's a big difference. And I tell y'all all the time, if I had a choice to have HIV or diabetes, I'd have HIV in 2026. You got more people living with HIV than you do, and folks that's living with diabetes. Majority of the people living with diabetes, they can't eat what they want to eat. Sometimes they get worse for them. They get on this medication. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't have said that in the '80s, but 2026. Oh, yeah, just let me live. Let me give me a pill a day or whatever however they got the stuff for HIV. Give me that, and I'm good. Because baby, I don't want to be no diabetic. Period. That's why I'm watching what I eat, and watching my doctor tell me do. She's telling me my doctor telling me that my shit is good. Like I'm good. Because at one while I was pre-diabetic, and if I changed that shit, I turned that shit around. We're not gonna do this, honey. Yeah, but yeah, so it just and that's why. So when the Queen that came out and did the gospel song for me, and I was sitting over in the corner and I was just crying so hard because I said all of that happened, and I turned all of that around in 2 weeks, and I stayed positive. I didn't, I talked about her on here, but I tried to stay positive and just concentrating on advertising, pushing the show, advertising. And don't worry about the rest because it all fell in place. They told me, y'all, everybody was like, PT, how did you get all these people to come out? I don't know. I don't know. But they came. So it was good. It was really good. And I was happy that it came out good. And yeah, so I want to say thank you to all of y'all. Next is Atlanta. And that bitch gonna be packed too, I promise you. That bitch gonna be packed too. So So I'm going to um, uh, get on the ball and start advertising. And yeah, but yeah, Mary, that's true. But a lot of people, but when you get HIV, you don't have to have you know, if you HIV, when you have HIV, you don't have to have in 2026, you don't have to have your foot cut off, your leg cut off. You don't have to worry about what you eat when you have HIV. When you have diabetes, you do. You know what I mean? I mean, you have to eat healthy regardless of what disease you got. But I'm just saying, I've seen some people get diabetes and their life just, it just fucked them up completely. You know. So anyway, but everything was great. Everything was good. And I went to this. I think I told y'all this yesterday. I went to this Hunkies. It's a hamburger place. I did say this last night, but for those who didn't hear it, and I went to Hunkies and I ordered a burger. It was a jalapeno burger, but I'd say I don't want jalapenos. But I wanted the burger because it was a special. It was like $6.99 or something like that, and it came with a fries, tots, or whatever you wanted. And I said, I told him, don't put no. I said, don't put no Selena Fletcher. Where you been, Selena? I ain't seen you in a long time. You missed my birthday I just had. I ain't seen you in so long. I hope everything's well with you. I ain't seen you in a long time. And yeah, you just missed my birthday. I just had a big old birthday blowout, but the party's still going on. But anyway, so I went to Hunkies and I had and I broke out the same night. Went back over to Hunkies today. I said, hey, I got a cake or so right here. What's up? Did y'all put jalapenos on my burger? They was like, no. What he said they do is like when they use the grill, they put jalapenos on the grill for other people, and that's how I got cross contaminated. So I should have told them, hey, make sure the grill is clean. Don't mix my stuff with this. And he gave me he apologized and gave me a $20 gift certificate. I didn't want nothing from them. I just want to know how did I get a cake or so. I'm telling y'all, when it comes to spicy stuff, I'll break out within an hour or 2 hours. And it's going away now. That's why I didn't go out Sunday night because my mouth was hurting real bad. So I just went back to the hotel and laid down. So, but yeah, I have to be careful. Like I used to go to this chicken place in Dallas. There's some good food, good chicken. It's called Henderson's, and I would go there, and they had. I would always get their pickles. I love pickles with some good old fried chicken. So I would get the pickles, and I was like, why am I breaking out? Like, why is I'm getting a cake or so every time I eat this fucking chicken? And what they did was they took the prongs and picked up the pickles and the jalapenos all together, and that's what gave me the cake or so. So I didn't get their pickles. I said, don't give me y'all pickles. I get my own pickles. And then from there, that's when I went to one place one time. It was a very high end place. Well, Longhorns, it was a high end place. And I would always get a salad with ranch. And I said, I would break out, and I said, did y'all give me jalapeno ranch? No, it's just regular ranch. And we could not figure out why I was breaking out. I didn't get anything on the menu that was spicy. And we finally figured out what it was. It was the croutons that had cayenne pepper in it. So any little thing like that triggers me off. So I have to be careful when I go out to eat. I said, listen. Do y'all put this in this? And I don't know why they think everybody want a fucking jalapeno. Everybody don't want no goddamn jalapenos. So yeah. But at least I got a free meal out of it. So when I go back to Dallas this weekend, I can use it. Mm, but I'm gonna stay away from any burger that got anything to do with jalapenos on it. Give me a hot dog. They got some good chili. They got some good chili. What do you call it? Frito pie. Oh, they Frito pies are good. But anyway, other than that, yeah, I was getting ready to get up, get my day started, and my stomach said, "No, you're not." So I ran looking for my Imodium AD. I just took that, and I'm hopefully my stomach gets better because I got to get on the ball and advertise Atlanta, and then I got to do Dallas this weekend. After then, y'all, I got to take a break. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna post another one up there. I'm not. I don't either. I don't. I don't, Barbara. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you go, but sometimes you go places, Barbara, and they put spicy stuff in there and you don't know it, and it's too late. Then I hate when people when I go. So I say, do y'all put uh, do y'all put spices in things spicy or hot? And no, it's not that spicy. Would you like to try it? Okay, so if I try, you know, I get a canker sore, right? If it's spicy, right? Yeah, I used to be able to eat jalapenos whole back when I was in my 20s, but I don't know what changed it. But yeah, I don't know what changed it, but it's weird because uh, Chewy's Mexican restaurant they have something. It's like a jalapeno ranch. It's something they got that I can eat. It don't bother me. It says jalapeno, whatever it is. I eat the hell out of it. It don't even bother me. Yep. It don't bother me at all. So, well, I was just checking in with y'all. I'm gonna do my best to do a show tonight. I'm supposed to be doing this reality show video clipping. It's a little part I have in it. The guy been trying to get with me, y'all, but I've been so busy. I told him I'll be home late Monday night. I was gonna try to do it last night, but I wasn't feeling it. I said, well, I'm free today. I hope. But like I said, my stomach just started messing up, so I don't know. He gonna be mad at me. I told him we not doing nothing until you send my money to my cash app. That's the first thing you got to do before I put her in a day of makeup. Selena, you're late to the party, and I said you missed my birthday party. You didn't even mention that, and you talking about what I talked about when I first came on here. But I still love you. We already talked about it. And you just completely went over my birthday party when I said you missed my birthday party. Where you been? You didn't say nothing about that, but I still love you. Oh, okay. Ah, my foot. Oof. Anyway, y'all. Um, I know a lot of y'all wanted to know, discuss that thing that happened with Lunel. Well, let's just go there. Everybody's has different opinions. Some people say she was wrong. Some people say she was right. You know. Um, I saw the video. I feel like that there's ways that you handle things. You know, when it comes to just like when people kept coming on my live saying, talking about when I know it wasn't nobody but that old fat motherfucker in Atlanta, who I told him he need to chill out before I read his ass. That dude that kept coming in my life. Because first of all, Black Sam don't even watch my YouTube channel. She doesn't even know my YouTube channel. So why would her friends be coming on here saying stuff to me about what happened in Dallas? Because she don't even know my channel. She doesn't even watch it. So I figured out there was nobody but that fat dude in Atlanta that lied and said he was gonna book me for an event and pay me $1,000. Yeah, that's. I said, girl, would you please stop? Because Black Sam don't even watch my YouTube channel. I didn't think about that. I was laying down one night and I said, wait a minute, she don't even watch my channel. And why was she? Her friends don't even watch my channel. Who's that? Ain't about that fat motherfucker in Atlanta. You big fat piece of shit. Talking about I'm gonna book you for a show. And we're gonna pay you 1,000. I just played along with it. That ain't the first fool that came on and thought I was stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna book you for a show. They're gonna pay you 1,000. Oh, okay. It came on. I came on my live talking about. Uh, yeah, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you 1,000. You gotta be. You must be close to being. You either on the verge of being slow or almost there because you got to really be slow to try to harass somebody and lie, and then you didn't change your phone number. Like, and I looked up the phone number that you had, and your phone number led you right to all your social medias. I said, "Oh, this is the guy that I blocked on YouTube." You got to be smarter than that, dude. I know about your company. I know everything now, so you need to leave me alone. Yeah, they was coming in my life. I had somebody. Yeah, what about Black Sam? I'm friends with Black Sam. Can I come to your show? It's a child. Black friends ain't they not smart enough to come on my YouTube channel. They're not. And I didn't think about that until I said, wait a minute, that bitch don't even watch my show. That's that dude in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. That's the guy in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so now I got to work on this trip. Oh, all right. Let me go back to. I was talking about Dee Dee now. Okay, right. And which brings me to this. She also something I never told y'all. I never told y'all this, but I'm gonna tell you now. She apologized to me too. She apologized to me. She did something to me that really made me mad, and it hurt my feelings. And I never told y'all. I never said. Penny knows about it. As y'all that are close to me, of okay, love. I was just wondering where you had been, Selena. I hadn't seen you in so long. You know, you my cousin. We both got the last names, my family names. I didn't know where you was at. But anyway, um, yeah, I was on live one night. She was on live one day, and she said, "I said, hey, Luna." She said, "Hey, PT." And somebody must have asked her who I was. She said, "Oh, that's PT. He over there. He got on that wig and that dress. I don't know why he got all that makeup and stuff on." And I was sitting over there looking like, huh? I was hurt. I was upset. And I told her, I inboxed her. I said, Lunel, I've never asked you for anything. I've never in my life, said, can you help me get on the radio? Can you help me, can you come on my YouTube channel? Can you do? And when you had the opportunity to come on my channel, you didn't come on my channel. That hurt me too. But I pushed forward and I kept moving. See, I didn't find Lunel. She found me. So that's what hurt me more than anything. That she found me on YouTube. She told everybody how much she loved my show. And, I don't expect anybody to give me anything, but if somebody loved you that much, you would think they would do their best to try to get them to the next level. So I told her I was very disappointed that she would say that to me on live. And if you don't like me with the makeup and the wigs on, but then when we first met and oh, and so my thing is when y'all know we was heavily deep into we was hanging out, going places, and people say you just want somebody to give you a hint. No, no. And I tell people all the time when the kings of comedy, when all those guys, you know, coming up there. Everybody in the industry has helped, had somebody help them get to the next level. Flame Monroe had been doing comedy for years, and she was popular. Popular, everybody knew her, but she really became popular after Tiffany Haddish grabbed her by the hand and said, "Come on, let me help you." I didn't ask. I don't ask for a lot. Okay, let's just go there. And well, anyway, she did apologize to me. Lunell apologized. She said, "I'm sorry. Well, I just like to see you the other way. Well, you had that opportunity. You had the opportunity, and you know, I mean, I got a lot more things out of, well, not out of her, but I did a lot more with her than most vloggers. But again, she found me. I didn't find her. She found me, and I appreciate that. But I was hurt, and I'm still hurt that all the time we spent together. My dream was radio. She could have made one fucking call. One. You can't say I wasn't worth it because it's got, I got video proof where you say that I love your show. I will only watch PT. Well, I know she watches other people, but I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? I didn't want to go there with the wigs and the dresses, but and when you had the opportunity to come on my show, you didn't come. That hurt me. I built it up. I never told y'all this. I built up everything. I built up the show. Oh, y'all who know, some of y'all don't remember this. I don't know how long. Y'all too young. Selena might remember this. I don't know how long. Selena, you've been following me for a while. Who else in here that's been with a long time? Anybody else been in here with me a long time? Who? No, Desi, my cousin Desi. She remember. Oh, we had built it up. She was coming on my live, and soon as I can't find the link, I don't know how to click the link. When Lunel did that, I was hurt, y'all. I was hurt. That hurt me because you go on everybody else's show, but you can't come on mine. After I had built it up and told everybody she was coming on my show, and said, "Now let's just go to Instagram." Y'all know goddamn well I ain't on no Instagram. So she said, "Well, I like to see. I know it takes a lot for you putting on that makeup on. No, it don't. When it comes to me making money, I put on makeup and everything else because, you know, I'm not saying I can't do it without the makeup because apparently I did. Now you see that person that wasn't nobody about that. That wasn't nobody but that fat motherfucker in Atlanta that I patch things up. That I patch things. Hold on, let me read them right quick. Let me read them. Hold on. Let me. I unblock you to tell you something. First of all, Mr. Apollo, you're a fake page. I know you're a fake page. There was nothing to clear up. What happened was she fucked up. I got the show. That's what was cleared up because she didn't pay me. She got slayed by talking about somebody's, lying on somebody's HIV status. She got banned from the club. I had nothing to do with. She got banned because of what she said about somebody. The Lord opened up the door for me, and I walked right in. So there was nothing to patch up. She paid me my money, and but it's what I had to go through to get it. I don't know. You weren't on here earlier, but I unblocked you to give you the tea. There was nothing to patch up. There was nothing to patch up. What was there to patch up when you owe somebody money? There's nothing to patch up with your fake page. There's nothing to patch up. There's nothing to patch up when you owe somebody something. So did I answer your question, Mr. Apollo, with your fake page? And so who came out on top? Me. Who can go there and do a show anytime? Me. She could never ever go there and do a show again. Anything else, Mr. Apollo? You quiet now? You ain't got nothing to say? I unblocked you. You ain't got nothing to say now? You quiet? You wanted the attention I gave to you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But I was hurt behind that. She wouldn't come on my live. I've never asked her. Now we've done lives together and we do stuff together, but I never asked because I'm sure everybody asked her to do this, do this, do this. I never asked, but I was hurt because, I think just one little bitty quick phone call to how many radio stations she knows that they probably would have let me come on and change my whole life around. There was nobody there yesterday, and you're fake. Your page is fake, and they could protest all they want because it was packed. And you're just the fat man in Atlanta that got pooped and popped because you thought you was smart and you wasn't, and your phone number came up. hmm And I found out who you were. Yeah, but there was no protesting. No, there was no protesting. It was packed. I got the whole door while she was sitting at home mad, just like you. All right. Now that we got that out the way, you got the real tea. Now you know. No, no, they won't. No, they won't. No, there won't be. Why? Why would they protest my show in Atlanta? There's nothing going. There's nothing going. I hope they do. That'll give me more attention. What are they protesting? A comedy show? What are they protesting? A comedy show? Please give me that attention. I need that. I need that real bad. Were they protesting because I'm a comedian? Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, I know you're the guy from Atlanta, the fat dude from Atlanta that get mad because I clocked your ass because you lied and said you was gonna book me for a show. And stop trying to act like me on YouTube because you're not me. You'll never be me, and you're mad because I block you like I'm blocking you again. See you at the protest, girl. Please, please protest my comedy show so I can have that bitch packed. But anyway, but yeah, so it's not the same. I love her dearly. She did apologize to me, but it's not the same. So I just want to tell y'all that. Now that you know, maybe somebody will come along one day and say, "I like this guy. He's funny," you know, and I'm gonna help him get to the next level. Just like Tiffany Haddish helped Flame Monroe and so many other people that you hear. You know how you hear people just like, okay, I'll give me an example. Fantasia. Fantasia would have never been American Idol if that security guard hadn't opened that door and let her in there. Everybody needs a helping hand. Everybody needs a hand up. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want nobody to give you the world, but everybody, not just in the industry or what I do, but on your job. You might have one of your supervisors who really like you, think and know that you're worthy of the raise and the better position, but you got one that hates you. And it may not be a white black thing. It's just it could be because sometimes we our own people are the ones who tear each other down. But you have that one person that sees it in you, and they be like, "I gotta help you. I got you." Prime example. When I got my first, let me just say this. I don't know who watching. I had got a job one time, and years ago, y'all, when I was young, when I was running the streets, being bad, I met some guy, and the guy offered me money for sex, and I took him up on his offer. And years later, we came in contact with one another, and he was one of the persons that worked at a place that I worked at, and he saw me and he was like, and I came up for this position. He didn't want me to have it. He did everything he could to stop it. He couldn't really do anything because he really wasn't over everything. But he was like a manager, but he wasn't over everything. He wasn't the owner. The owner didn't know what happened. I never told the owner because that was between us. I had no reason to say. I was young. I was probably 23, 24, and it just happened, you know. And I never said anything to anybody about it. I never said nothing. But the person kept giving me a hard time. They said I couldn't MC. They said I need to do this under. So finally one night, after I did get the job, but finally one night um, I broke down and I cried because the person kept fucking with me, and I know why they want to get rid of me. So I called my boss and I was crying on the phone. He said, "What's wrong, PT?" I said, "I got something I got to tell you." I said, "Well, years ago, when I was young, running the streets, you know, somebody approached me about sex, and they paid me, and I told them who it was. They said, 'What?' Yeah. So that's why he gave me a hard time. Yeah. I see now. That's fucked up." So he told that person, "Leave PT alone. Don't fuck with PT. PT know what he doing. He's a good MC." Whoop de whoop de whoop. Yeah. So I never, and somebody was talking about me in Dallas, because that person, okay, so that person ended up getting out of the business, and that person ended up taking over a business, and they didn't hire me there because of what had happened, because now they were in control. So the rumor was going around that I didn't get the job because I wanted too much money, but that people don't know. My close friends know the real tea, and I've told people that I'm close to the real tea. Where they what that. Hmm. Yeah, so a lot of people say stuff, but they don't really know the real tea. Like they don't really know what happened. You know, there's two sides to every story. Oh yeah, he gave me the hardest time. Oh my God, he did not want me to have that position, baby, all because of what had happened. I was young. That was years ago. That was just some shit that happened, and I needed the money at the time. Okay, and it happened. And what I think what bothers that person more than anything, he had a husband, he had a lover, whatever you want to call it. And I guess he didn't want the word to get out that him and his friend was together. You know, so there's two sides to every story. But anyway, back to what I was saying about, I love Linnell. I love her to death. I never asked her for anything. She's done more with me than she probably would do with any blogger. You know what I mean? But yeah, she apologized to me. When I said, "Lou, now you really hurt my feelings on that live. Like, why would you say that on the live?" She hurt my feelings. She apologized to me. But it's not the same anymore. Yeah. I thought that, and when I met her, I wasn't expecting her to do anything for me, but I figured I kept telling her, "Luna, I would love to be on radio." She could have made one phone call, y'all. One. One. Maybe two. But it's all good. Life goes on. Life goes on. Maybe one day, and I'm not saying I can't do it by myself. I might get. I got a plan though. I do have a plan. Soon as I get my meta glasses, I got a plan. I got something I'm getting ready to start doing. I could do it by myself, but it's going to be a little bit harder. But again, like I say, you could work hard all your life and it take that one person to bring you to the next level. Because Gary with the T talks about it all the time. He talks about how when he was in the industry that there's a lady in Dallas that was on radio, and she did not want Gary on the radio. She didn't want Gary on the radio. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, of course, Jasmine. Oh, he was probably, we're about the same age. We're around the same age. Yeah, we're around the same age. Yeah, yeah, we're around the same age. Hi, Alfreda. But it's all good. But Alunel did apologize to me, but it's not the same anymore after that. And she said she don't like to see me with the makeup and stuff on, but I didn't have a choice. My views were going down, and I don't like doing. I prefer to do my show without the makeup, and I can still do it without the makeup, but I could do it both ways. I can have two different channels. Mm. But that don't have nothing to do with me, Jasmine. That's got something. I don't feel uncomfortable. That's him. He felt uncomfortable because he had a husband. He should have been cheating on his boyfriend. I didn't know the bitch had no boyfriend. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about him. This was years later when the club came around, when this other business came up. I had no idea about him, his boyfriend. I just randomly met him. That's on him that if he felt some type of way, not me. I never said nothing. I went on and did my job. Yeah, I know. But that's on him. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But he thought he was going to destroy me and try to keep me from getting that job. But my boss stood by me because he didn't. My boss knew I was good at it, and he until I finally told him what happened, he was mad. He was upset. He was mad and he was upset. He was like, I can't believe all this time that he been giving you a hard time is because of this. Yes. I mean, I broke down one night and I cried so hard. This was back in '93. That was a long time ago. And I met him, and if this was in '93, that means I must have met him in like the early '90s. I was very young. And it was just a random thing. So that's what happens when you cheat on your boyfriend or your girlfriend. No, Jasmine, are you serious? Jasmine, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth, okay? They still together to this day. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, for those who are listening, yeah, shut the fuck up. They was together. I went to their house. They had a house and they lived together and they still together to this day. No, that's not true. She was my friend. You talking about Lunel? She was my friend. If she wasn't my friend, she wouldn't have invited me to come meet her. She wouldn't have invited me to come meet her in Atlanta. I mean, I'm sorry. She invited me to come see her in in Houston the very first time I met her. And she's still my friend. I told you she apologized to me about the live. Let what go about me and Lunel? I did let it go. I was just telling people what happened because when somebody was bringing up Lunel, apologizing, I said, "Well, now it's time for me to tell y'all what happened between us." She does apologize. She does. Nobody's perfect. She's not perfect, but a lot of my friends are wondering why. Well, why she never, try? Why didn't she come on your radio? Why didn't she come on your YouTube channel? I don't know. Y'all can't say because she didn't like me. That's a lie from the bottomless pits of hell because she found me on YouTube and started watching me and telling me she liked my show and she wanted to meet me. So it wasn't that like she didn't like me. That's what I'm saying, Deja. Deja, you get it. Deja, you do get it. You get it. Thank you, Deja, for getting it. I did keep it moving. That's why I never said anything about it until today, when this thing come in with the radio station. That's why I brought it up because a lot of my friends was like, "Well, y'all don't understand how embarrassing that was when I had pushed Lunel. This is way before y'all came on board. It was a long time ago, and I had advertised Lunel coming on my radio. She coming on my YouTube channel. She coming on my YouTube channel. I had built it up, and I was so happy. I was so excited. Soon it was time to go on the show, she said, I don't know how to click the link. And that hurt my heart because she be on everybody else's show. Now they probably pay her. Now, you know, I couldn't afford to pay her because my channel wasn't that big. I couldn't afford to pay her. But apparently, I mean, we've done interviews together before. I've hung out with her. No, I wouldn't. When it comes to HIV stuff, no. She don't have to apologize to me. That HIV, because I don't have HIV. She wasn't talking to me. She was talking about JT. JT is the one that she needs to fix it up with JT. She messed up with me, but not having my money on time. So I don't. When people do that to me, I don't fool with them no more. I'm done with them. This is a business. No, I won't ever accept an apology. Nope. I don't care. She will never. I will never work with her again. There's a lot of people. There was a guy in Atlanta that didn't have a show, trying to get a show, couldn't get a show. Oh well, it's too late, baby. Let me tell you something about the HIV stuff in this community. You don't do that. That's one thing you do not do. And she learned her lesson. So what that JT stuff, that ain't got nothing to do with PT. That my issue was her was my money. That JT stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. But she didn't know that JT was my gay. She didn't know JT was my son. See, she didn't know that. You want to be blocked off my live, Renee? Because I'm not your type of Christian. And Jesus got mad and went and tore up the motherfucking church too. She paid me, but she didn't pay me on time, and then she lied to say I wasn't getting paid. Would you like to be blocked from my live when I'm sitting up here telling you the truth? If all that was true and she was all that, who would have had the show? Her, not me, right? They gave me the show. They gave me the show. She paid me after I had to read her ass. That's not how that works. I shouldn't have to read you to get my money. You know how this works. And I'm about to block you too because you know what you're trying to do, and I'm giving you the tea, but you don't want the real tea. She's not struggling. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That you're struggling. If you're gonna struggle, then you don't need to be a promoter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You think if Lumel gets booked for a show and after everything that's the funds were low, we couldn't do the show. No, you gotta have. If you're a promoter, I've been a promoter for a long time. If I book somebody, I gotta make sure I have their money, whether nobody shows up or not. But that's not the issue with Black Sam. The issue with Black Sam is she talked about JT and put out his personal information that was a lie, and then she didn't have my money on time. That's it. And Renee, whatever your fake name is, I'm right, and everybody that's watching me on my YouTube channel, my supporters know I'm right. If you don't have somebody's money on time, then that's when all the shit hits the fan. If you had to have my money on time, well, first of all, you lied and said I wasn't supposed to get paid. That's a lie. If I wasn't supposed to get paid, why did you end up paying me anyway? Because you was trying to save your face. You was trying to save your face, but it was too late then. Oh well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She wasn't talking about me when it comes to the HIV stuff. And even if she was, I wouldn't give two fucks. I'm 65 years old, baby. If I did have HIV, bitch, I'm living. And I'm smart enough not to say somebody like that on the fucking internet. She has a mental problem. That's her problem. And you got a mental problem too, because you're taking up for her. And guess what? I had a very successful show. The show was great. Everybody showed up. And anytime I want another show, they tell me I can get another show there. Anytime. She won't be ever, ever, ever be able to get a show there. No, and I can't, but I can find in my heart to block you. Stay off my live and don't come back. Bye. That bitch. That shit is old. That Black Sam shit. Hey, as a child, that shit is old. We moving on, honey. I'm moving on to my next show, Atlanta, Georgia, and this Sunday at Marty's. Yeah, you ought to feel bad. You ought to feel bad for talking about somebody, lying on somebody, saying somebody got HIV. You ought to feel awful. And y'all, sometimes when people apologize, it ain't the same. You really let know people. You really know how people know how you really feel about somebody, or you let somebody know how unstable you are in the mind. But let me go back to that situation with Black Sam, y'all, because it's old now. It's the past now to me. But somebody come on my live, and I'm tired. I'm not going to explain it to anybody anymore because the bottom line is, if you had to have my money up front, all this would have never happened. That's just it. If you have the money up front, then you don't you then there's no issue. I started. Let me tell you something. Tell y'all something. And I think Penny's on here. Penny know this because I told Penny. I might have told Angela. I started stop messing with her a long time ago. One of the girls I had on the show yesterday, we was on a three way. This was the second show I did with Black Sam. We was trying to look for entertainers, right? We called her on the phone. Me, Black Sam, and Sally. We was on the phone together, y'all, on a three way. Oh, Sally, I'm gonna put you on the show. I love you, Sally. Ooh, Sally, you been around a long time. Oh, Sally, da 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 da. Sally, da, yeah, I'm gonna pay you, Sally. Ooh, yeah, you're my favorite. The next day, the bitch said, I didn't talk to Sally. I didn't book Sally. If that ain't some goddamn bipolar shit going on right there, if that ain't either drugs, bipolar, allegedly drugs, or bipolar shit going on right there, I don't know what that is. And then you're gonna be on the three way with me and another person that said that I was getting this amount of the door, you was getting this amount of the door, and they was gonna get the, and then you say I wasn't even supposed to get paid for the show. Yeah, I think you need to just stop trying to be a promoter. Yeah, stop trying to be a promoter because nobody wants to hear the fact that you didn't have enough money to pay nobody. That's not how that works. It don't work like that. And guess what? Everybody did the show for me for free because they love me. I did give a few people some coins, but like my door persons and stuff like that, and my DJ had to pay my DJ, but they did it because they love me, and I didn't have. Now guess what? I didn't say nothing to them people about advertising not one show. I did it all by myself. You know what Black Sam was doing? And I told her, Black Sam, you can't do that. You can't text people at 3, at 4 in the morning, at 6 or 7 in the morning. Push the flyer. We got to get people in here. Y'all not pushing the flyer. You're not put. I didn't tell not one person to push the flyer, y'all. Not one. And it was still packed because they came for PT. And a lot of the women that I knew, I said, why y'all ain't coming to my show? We don't like Black Sam. That's why I didn't come to. That's why I didn't come to the last birthday party that Black Sam had because they don't like her. She's fell out with everybody in Dallas. So people had fell out with her before the JT thing. Everybody fell out with her. It wasn't just because of JT. It was stuff way before then, and people stopped fooling with her. But you can't be a promoter and say, "Oh, I don't have your money at the end of the night." No, that's an easy way for you to be get a bad name for yourself. You got to have that money regardless. You have to have that money regardless. You have to have it. Yep. Oh, then enough people come through the door. They don't care. We don't care. What if you go to work every day? You work all week, and your time for you to get your check. They said we didn't make enough to pay y'all. Well, I worked. I need my money. When am I gonna get my money? You know. So, but anyway, yeah, Black Sam is history now. Next is I'll be in Dallas Sunday, um, and then Monday Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, I'll be in Atlanta next after that. Then that's it. I'm done doing shows. Even though they allow me, they say anytime I want to come to Dallas and do a show, they miss me in Dallas, y'all. The videos don't lie. They miss me in Dallas, and I miss them. But I would never move back to Dallas ever. Mm-mm. Even if my mama wasn't here, I wouldn't. I would never. I hate Dallas. Ugh, I hate that fucking city. Yeah, and I have a broken heart behind losing what we had. That just broke my heart. We had a good thing and they fucked it up. So it's not the same. The relationship there is not there anymore. So, but anyway, Atlanta, Georgia, get your tickets. They're on sale, $25 at the door. I'm sorry, $25 online, $30 at the door. It's going to be packed. And there won't be no protesting outside the venue, I promise you. I love y'all. Even if it is, that's even better. Okay. All right, yeah. I hope to feel better. I took that Motive D. I'm kind of feeling a little better, but we're gonna see. I did have a. I just don't think I properly washed my hands last night. I thought I went into the bathroom and washed my hands. I don't remember, but anyway, yeah, y'all wash your hands and stuff, and yeah, have your money for the folks when they do the show, so you won't get in trouble with nobody. Love y'all. I'm gonna release that other video of me for my other performance, my very first performance. That was my last performance in that dress y'all saw. So I'm gonna release the one from my first performance. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta talk to these people about this show in Atlanta. We gotta get this show going, and it's gonna be packed. It's gonna be nice, and I can't wait. If you in Atlanta, grab a ticket. They're only $25 online and $30 at the door if you already paid. All the people that's coming and you paid for a $50 ticket, please let me know because we're going to reimburse you if you coming. If you ain't coming, you wasn't coming nowhere. You ain't getting no money back. But those who are coming that's not going to eat, let me know and we're going to reimburse you your money back. Okay? We're only going to give you, we're going to charge you $25 for the ticket. So you get the rest. You'll get the rest back either on your card or cash or whatever, however we're going to do it. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Gotta go. Angela, bye. Bye, everybody. Take care. Selena, I'm glad you're back. We still celebrating this 65th birthday. Hey, Miss Hogg, we still celebrating the 65th. Today is the last day to go on the cruise. If you haven't made your cruise reservation, it's not too late. I'm out. Be good. Take care. Love y'all. Bye bye. Bye bye.